Russian dictator Vladimir Putin once again that Ukraine did not exist before Soviet times. That regions in south and east of Ukraine belong to Russia historically. And when Russia is Ukraine, there is no option other than dusting dust rifle. Source TASS quote a news organization compatible with Kremlin at a meeting with new members of Russian Federation of Federation to Vladimir Putin quote all southern Russian territory was transferred during establishment of the USSR during formation of Ukraine. There was no Ukraine Empire, there were oblasts. But in the 16th century, Ukraine itself consisted of three stages. 16th century, the city of Kiev and Kiev, Zhytomyr and Chernihiv's oblasts-Hepsi, from Poland, voluntarily from the Polish-Litvanian Nations Group. We have a letter in our archives. We, the Orthodox people of the Russian, Moscow, Tsar, etc. The Soviet Union was established, and above all, Empire of the Southern Russian Territory, entire Black Sea region, etc., was founded by Turkey after a series of wars with Turkey. Details. Putin claimed that after collapse the USSR, modern Russia had encountered loss of Ukraine. But when they began to destroy everything Russian origin, it was clearly unacceptable. They declared that the Russians were not unique to these lands. This is a complete nonsense. And they also began to destroy the Russians in Donbas. According to Putin, Ukrainian officials had no intention of implementing the Minsk agreements and ignoring Russia's protests. He began to draw this region NATO. Quote, this is the center of the conflict today. And of course, if we had a normal, modern, friendly relationships with the brother Ukraine, we are brothers when it comes to ethnic origin. If everything was fine, if the people, Russian language and culture had been treated normal and these coups had not been, everyone in Russia would think of acting as we did in the Crimea. Ed. We had to protect people from this Nazi disgust. They brought us to a position where we could only do nothing but defend the people living there. Details. Putin. Before the dust of the attack rifle, before you should think if it is possible to do without it, he said. He reiterated that people of Russia are the historical regions of Russia and that people living there are Russians. According to Putin, Russia had no choice but to start the special operation because we were already attacked. Biz and Putin meant Russian-speaking Ukrainians in the east and south of Ukraine. They have seen themselves as part of Russia from the very beginning. But they were attacked in 2014. First, Ukrainians Ed.son told us we will not use peaceful tools. They rejected the public and said that could not. They said didn't like the Minsk agreements. We had to put an end to this. Diyesöz.